And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, here we are again, another day, Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. And I am honored to, get these calls every week. We get lots of people calling into the program looking for help with 80 different categories. So it could be anything from credit improvement, mortgage and real estate advice, self-defense, of course, is a big topic with us. So we're getting calls from our listeners and viewers of our YouTube channel and all of our different TV stations that we're on, Apple, Amazon, Roku. Greatly appreciate that. Keep it up and keep supporting the program here because you're supporting local area businesses, local economy, by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Save our hotline number at some point. You may need it, 813-750-0550. That's an off-air number. You can call or text the hotline, 813-750-0550. Call or text. Also, consumerqb.com. That's our website. Lots of information there, and you can also link over to our YouTube channel. That would be a big thing you could do to help us if you just subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are just at the point of getting monetized on YouTube, so very close to making that happen. YouTube.com/Brandon Rhymes Realty. You can search Consumer Quarterback Show. You'll find it there as well. Over 1,200 videos now. We've been at this a decade on air, almost a decade coming up on that really soon here. So really excited about the program. We got a great lineup for you today as well. Later on in the program, going to have Patrick Morades in studio. You've heard him before. Friend of the program, talks about professional employer organization, PEO, and some of those business functions of payroll, etc. We also have Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. Our friend Thomas King's in the house. Brought in a special guest, United States retired Marine Corps retired Dave McKinley is going to be with him. He's representing the VFW post in Oldsmar. 12186 is his post. So we're going to talk with them soon. Before we do, I want to thank one of our sponsors, Veteran Gutters. If you're thinking about adding gutters onto your home or real estate properties, reach out to Brandon Porter with Veteran Gutters. They do such a great job. They serve our community, and of course, he served our country as well. Veteran Gutters, American-made product. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you so you can take them up on those special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got a couple of hot listings here I want to let you know about here in Tampa Bay. 4125 West Nassau Street. This just hit the market. This is a single-family home, completely renovated, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home right here in Tampa Bay. It's right off of Nassau Street, which is close to Lois Avenue, close to the malls, close to great shopping, of course, hospitals and shopping, the airport. 4125 West Nassau Street. Beautiful updates, completely remodeled. Great opportunity to own real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And you can see all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, we got our feel-good story of the day as well. United States Special Force veterans secretly rescue hundreds of allies in Afghanistan, so we'll talk about that here on the program as well. So let's jump right into it. Thomas King back in studio, Florida Firearms Academy. Welcome in.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. Wow, that's amazing. You have 1,200 videos on YouTube?
1,200 videos.
That's a lot of videos to help you save for free, right?
That's
information to save you money and time. That's amazing.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you for what you do, man. That's great.
Appreciate that. Absolutely.
Today, I'm going to talk about a little bit about what we're going to do on specials coming in. We're going to talk about we're going to have Sig Sauer Day and no more excuses. You got to get out there and train with us. And I also brought my good buddy here, Dave, in today. Hi, Dave.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Looking good, as always. What do you do, Dave?
Hey, so yeah, VFW post 12186 there in Oldsmar. We're trying to get together with an awful lot of people in the community that serve their country overseas. They've got unique skills and experiences, and I want to try and pull those back in so they continue to serve here at home.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He does a lot for our community, man. Stand-up guy. And he comes shoots with us.
Well, I do. For the plug for FFA, if you haven't been there, I'm going to tell you, if you want, the reason I started going here, not only are they local, but the marksmanship training, right, as a Marine, I can appreciate. And the safe weapons handling, they have it all there on the inside. It's really good.
Yeah, it really is. Lots of fun giveaways. It seems like every other week you're doing some kind of cool giveaway.
Oh yeah,
too.
I'm gonna give you a lineup of that. But right now, what we're doing for September, all the way for this whole month, this is our Labor Day special, and we've never done this before. But now there is no time, no excuses. Get out there to FFA. You can sign up for any of our 40 different types of classes at ffatampa.com, or you can call us up at 813-221-FIRE. But for this whole special, September whole month, you can sign up as BOGO for CWP. It's $50 for that class. That's what we normally charge. Now it's for you and a friend or a family member. So it's buy one, get one free. For $50, you get 2 classes. That covers the instructor, the class, the range fee, the firearm, the ammunition, the target, the eyes and ear protection, and you get your certificate. That's $50. You get 2 people to take that class. If you can find anywhere on this planet that does it cheaper, please go there and do it and get it done. We just want to make sure that you're well equipped, know how to carry a firearm. Also, our basic pistol class is $70. That's for 2 people now. That covers everything. You don't have to bring anything. If you want to bring your own firearm, absolutely you can. If you want to bring your own ammo, absolutely you can. However, it's covered in there. So it's BOGO all month. You have to sign up by calling us only. If you sign up for any of the classes on our webpage, you don't get the discount. You have to only call us or come into the store to do it.
221-FIRE is the number to call.
That's correct. 813-221-FIRE.
Now, hey, Thomas, the thing with the CWP, the Concealed Weapon Permit, if people don't do it soon, you never know what this economy or what this new administration, the Biden regime, I call it, is going to do.
Every day we're hearing something else. When all this craziness has been going on in Afghanistan, our border, so what they did was last week they banned under the radar all firearms, all ammunition imported from Russia. Now, what that did the next day was prices skyrocketed. Everyone's now trying to sell it online at stores. The price has doubled or even tripled in these. So it's crazy. Then the new laws coming up, the new definition of a firearm pistol may be changed by September 8th. And if you don't know what that curtails, if you own a pistol with a brace, there's tens of millions of people that do. You will now be a felon if they do not retract this, if they do not change this. So please get with us. Let us let you know what the laws are so you don't get in any kind of trouble.
Yeah, it's a big deal when you think about that. So banning, let's think this through. So they're banned ammunition from Russia, which is supposed to hurt Russia, I guess.
Yeah,
and also American patriots, but yet they allow them to have their oil pipeline that's connecting Russia and.
It's not hurting Russia; it's hurting us. I mean, we're the ones looking for ammo. There's an ammo shortage. If they really wanted to hurt Russia, they could hurt Russia. Right. It's not by doing this, though.
Right. Yeah. This is, to me, it's just crazy that that's one of the things that they decided to do after killing the pipeline that we had coming from Alaska, and then allowing them to get one. To me, it's just everything's
that crushed
backwards.
Us.
I
mean, there's
exactly.
So many people out of a job for that. It's just so sad to even talk about these things today.
Let's talk about Afghanistan since we, kind of on the topic. Our special story for today is the U.S. Special Forces, the Pineapple Express. It just says that, the group worked unofficially, quotation marks, so I want to ask Dave what unofficially means, with the United States military and U.S. Embassy to move people in the middle of the night. As of Thursday morning, the group said they brought as many 500 Afghan special operators, assets, enablers, and their families into the airport in Kabul overnight, handing them each over to protective custody in U.S. military. So, what does unofficially mean?
Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. You're not in the room, so I can't really explain a whole lot of that stuff. And part of it's just, I don't know. The fact that these patriots are going out there because they've served with, and there's a lot of talk about, the Afghans didn't want us there. Well, I've been there, and I disagree with most of that. A lot of them wanted us there. And a lot of them partnered with us with the thought of trying to make their own country better. Right. While we tried to win the hearts and minds of those that were there. So those that have already gotten out and those that are now working unofficially, right, there's still a lot of contacts that are out there, and people can network and work within each other to mobilize assets, individuals, and skills and talents to go out there and try and retrieve people and bring them back, through a safe corridor here home.
Yeah, and then you also are sickened by the amount of money in terms of equipment that was left. Black Hawk helicopters, that one stuck out to me because with the amount of Black Hawk helicopters that were left behind for the Taliban, that's more than 85% of the countries is what that came straight from the State Department's where they told us press briefing, they said 85. That's 85%. They have more than 85% of the countries out there in terms of Black Hawk
the
helicopters.
number they dropped was they left $80-something billion worth of equipment out there. Now, let me just tell you this. If I or you leave our firearm out somewhere, we're going to jail for that.
Right.
There's no one being held accountable for that. Yeah, imagine if I left $80-something billion worth of equipment out there.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I would probably be hung in front of the town hall out there. It's crazy. But I don't think anything will happen for that. And you know what? What we need to do is get together. I don't care if you're what side you're on. You need to get together and make this right, because 13 American soldiers have lost their lives. And prayers out to their family for that.
Yep.
We salute you, your family, for protecting us and our country here.
Yeah, we're talking with Thomas King here on the from Florida Firearms Academy on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, special guest Dave McKinley here, retired U.S. Marine on the program. DFW out of Oldsmar, 12186 is his group. And then you looked at it, the article goes on to read how dozens of high-risk families were brought, to the streets, bought through, and then it also said just seconds before ISIS detonated a bomb into huddled mass of Afghans. So that happened, and then of course he goes on to describe the mission as a Jason Bourne, in quotation marks, thriller with dramatic scenes unfolding every 10 minutes. The Herculean effort couldn't have been done without unofficial heroes inside the airfield who defied their orders. So. Interesting.
I salute these guys. I mean, they're putting their lives on the line. Think about it. They're going all the way out there on their own dime to risk their lives to bring back our American soldiers, because no one should be left behind. And that's what our government should be doing. But thank God that someone is doing it, because these people need to get out of there.
And Biden's handlers told him not to take questions on Afghanistan. Can you believe that? The day that the war ends, a 20-year war, and actually the war hasn't ended. It's actually just beginning for those left behind in a sense. But, I'm not going to take questions on Afghanistan.
We're all sad and
it's
hurt,
crazy.
and we don't even know what to say. I mean,
and I'm home, and I'm having a hard time trying to process some of the stuff, and a lot of the friends that we've served with over the years. So to get them back and kind of question that, look, at the end of the day, and if you look at all the photos from those Marine sailors and soldiers that were there on the ground at the time, every one of them were doing the right thing, regardless of political ideology or the snafu that's going on topside. At the end of the day, what we wanted to see is us there deployed, trying to bring back people as best as we could in the scenario that was provided. And I think that's what's important to note, is if you looked at their faces, whether they're providing food, water, some type of shelter, some type of corridor to get out, that to me strikes to the heart of the true values of the American military and what we do.
And right now the hotlines for suicide are overwhelmed because so many people are so saddened by this, and these are a lot of Marines right now.
And it plays right into the pandemic, the whole thing there with the pandemic, and I call it a plandemic in my mind.
If we ever have to shut down our country again, it should be to pay us to go over there to get our people out, and and I would be first one to sign up for it.
And the double standard is what gets me too, with Biden not answering questions. Oh, I'm not going to take any questions. Just think if Trump would have did that, if he'd have walked away, went to the bathroom, came back and didn't tell him which, they would have said, or you used Charmin or not. Did you use Charmin or which one? It's just ridiculous. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, Dave McKinley as well, retired Marine in studio here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Plus, our feel-good story of the day coming up as well. And we'll be right back. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter. Consumer Quarterback Show page out there as well on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be right back.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for Cleaning Commandos here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Cleaning Commandos are hiring, and they're offering competitive wages, flexible hours, relaxed atmosphere, and a sign-on bonus. Reach out if you'd like a career with the Cleaning Commandos here in Tampa Bay. Info at cleaningcommandosllc.com or call 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550. Cleaning Commandos, Consumer Quarterback Show. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. We are looking for real estate investors. We've got a new relationship bringing us a tremendous amount of off-market real estate investment opportunities. So text the word investor to our hotline, 813-750-0550. Off-market real estate investment opportunities. Text investor to 813-750-0550. Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, looking for real estate investors. Send us a text.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We greatly appreciate you hanging with us here and supporting the program, supporting the local economy. 45 plus show partners here on the show, plus 80 different categories of consumer advocate content and advice. So we all do it as a way to serve as a consumer advocate and helping you understand your buying decisions, make you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Quick shout out to our friends over at Golf Cart Depot, aka Discovery Golf Cars. If you're looking to add a golf cart to your arsenal, it's a lot of fun. I tell you, Easy Go, Star EV, Cushman, they've got new and pre-owned available, and you can check them out in Tampa or Clearwater locations. DiscoveryGolfCars.com. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, a couple of hot listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We got a property out in Brandon. It's 1121 Bluefield Drive here in Brandon, Florida. This is a beautiful property, great for entertaining. You've got a pool, you have a creek in the back, just a gorgeous property. Granite kitchen, countertops, great opportunity right here in Tampa Bay. Owner pride shines through as well. Granite countertops, breakfast bar, and screened pool with a hot tub and a lanai. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,600 plus square feet. A great opportunity out in Brandon, Florida. Just hit the market as well as 1308 East Frierson. 1308 East Frierson is a single-family home that we've got here in Seminole Heights. Great opportunity, again, for a potential for rental or just living there. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet, front porch equipped with swing and hardwood flooring throughout, stainless steel appliances. 1308 East Frierson is a great opportunity here, and you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
Thomas King's in the house, Florida Firearms Academy. Learn how to load, hold, aim, and shoot your guns properly and safe storage as well. Second Amendment, always fighting for the Second Amendment is Thomas. And we also have Dave McKinley in studio as well, U.S. Marine, retired, and he's running over there at the Oldsmar VFW post 12186 here in Tampa Bay. So let's dive a little bit deeper here, Dave. Tell us a little bit more about how our listeners out there might be able to engage with you and help out and help those veterans. I know a lot of us have a heavy heart for veterans. My dad was an MP. I kind of jokingly before the show mentioned I didn't serve. I had an opportunity to play quarterback for the Naval Academy, so I kind of chickened out in a sense. But I played football at USF instead, so it wasn't a bad second prize there. But tell us how folks can engage with you and help out with the veterans.
Yeah, so first off, thanks for your family service. And look, we all serve the community in a different way, so I appreciate what you continue to do. As I mentioned, we're a group of individuals that have served overseas in risk-rich environments, right? Some hostile kind of areas. And so there's not a lot of people that can relate to those environments. So what we do is we bring them back. They've got different training. They've gone through an awful lot of adversity. They've learned how to live and cope through those things and get better for it. And that's the positive message that we try and do. So when we attract new membership, we're not the old commiserating watering hole, right? That the old stigma of some of the old VFWs were, right? We're looking for positive enforcement on all those things that we continue to give back in the community. So we've got mutual support, training, resources, and creating those opportunities and channels to use those things overseas. Now,
what about job placement? You guys help them with that?
We do. And so there's the thing, right? So because we're so large, I don't have to be able to find everything that you need. But what I can do is create avenues of approach to send you somewhere else that's resources. Right?
Yeah.
Whether or not that's your assistance with VA, that's with maybe benefits that have been earned that you're unaware of or not sure how to negotiate. Right? Because government, forms can be rather challenging at times.
Right.
And so we can do all those, as well as, look, if you want to get out in the the community, we partner with places like the Matty Williams, Pop Drop,
Right.
the Kiwanis Club. We do stuff like that and provide some labor per se to go out there and do things that we like to do to continue to serve in the community.
So they also
And
do
that's it.
volunteer work as
That's
well.
it.
Help
And if-
feed the homeless and
Oldsmar Cares is a great
Oldsmar
food
Cares.
bank and clothing shelter that we work with as well. And so those are mutually supporting networks. And I really appreciate the chance that places like the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber creates for us.
Right.
Thomas, of course, you know everything that he does. We get involved with them. And so if you want to do things like that, that's great. There's also a component that maybe you don't want to do all those things because you're not sure about it yet. And you just want to get together with some like-minded individuals,
Yeah.
right, and sit down and tell some stories over a beverage of your choice,
Yep.
Through some old camaraderie, and we can do that. And again, remind you of all the good things that you've done and how we're going to continue to get better with not just us, but in our community.
Well, you know, it reminds me a lot like when you're talking about veterans, helping the veterans, and you know, a lot of them had severe, you know, issues at some point, you know, all degrees of that. But even just a common layperson, for example, it reminds me of trying to get a mortgage or a residential property or,
Yeah.
you know, these different things, bankruptcy. Hey, should I do a bankruptcy? What about an estate plan? There's all these different things that people need to understand. And there's forms, there's down payment assistance programs in a lot of cases. It also reminds me of talking with Captain Will Smith and Thomas Young from Cons Helping Cons. You know, similar programs where when prisoners are coming out, you know, to help reduce the recidivism rate. You know, these folks have had PTSD in a different form, but there's a lot of, so the long story short is that there's a lot of programs out there. There's ways that people can get help. They just got to know who to contact and have someone kind of mentor them through that process to be able to get the help to access the programs.
Yeah, and I'll
Lots
tell
of
you,
benefits.
it's not just the veterans themselves. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, you know, our auxiliary component, right? And so our partners within the VFW, it's not just those that have served overseas, but their family members.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's an auxiliary that they can get together, right? Because they've gone through some unique challenges themselves. And so they have a different perspective of that most people, again, wouldn't be able to understand.
Right.
And they get together and we do fundraisers, right? And all those things that we can continue to get together with those that have served, those that haven't, those that have supported. And
there's so many
and do
people
things.
that you benefited from meeting somebody that help out the veterans. And if they want to get in contact with you too, why would they get in contact with you?
For all the reasons kind of we just laid out, but we're at VFW12186.org, right? And that's the fastest way to get in touch with. Whether or not you're a prospective member, you're interested in being a member, you have somebody that you know is interested in maybe in being a
Like
member.
Diane Vance, doesn't she have a program for veterans too? So
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many people out there that it's just hard to know because there's so many ones out there. But once they get the information to you, then you can pass it along as well.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'll give out the hotline too. The show hotline is 813-750-0550. You can call or text that line, 813-750-0550, and just tell me, shoot a text over saying, hey, I heard you talking with Thomas King and Dave McKinley here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'd love to help out. I'd love to get in contact. I'd like to know how can I access these free resources. And it may not be for you yourself. It might be with a family member, a friend, or a loved one. Just reach out. That's what we're here for. That's why we put this show on.
Or if you
to
have
be
something
way.
that can benefit, let
Yeah.
us know. Let us know what that is to help out.
please.
That'd be
Good
great.
idea. Yep.
We'd love to
Lots of-
participate in that.
There's lots of cool programs as well with the K9s. What was the one that you brought in a couple weeks back,
There
Thomas?
was,
Jen,
K9 Heroes.
K9s for Heroes. So she gets the dogs. They pay for it, raise them, train them, and then gives them to your veterans. So.
Yeah. Lots of cool programs
And,
out there.
and Dave works with that.
Yeah, I'm working with her a little bit right now. We're going to try and continue to help them grow. But it's not just veterans, but we're also they're recognizing first responders, EMT,
Right.
and fire, right? All those
Yeah.
that are in the community. Again, we're looking at those that serve at a greater capacity.
And that was a change in the work comp law, by the way, too. We have Jason Coble, one of our attorneys on the program, that talked about how they changed the work comp law where you didn't necessarily have to have a physical injury. You could actually claim work comp as a first responder, et cetera, when you had those types of scenarios that played out. We'll be right back. More with our two expert contributors here. Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. Dave McKinley as well, United States Marine retired, here on on the program. Later in the show, we're going to have Patrick Morades as well. He's a business consultant here, PEO, on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, Consumer Quarterbacks page, as well as our YouTube channel, Brandon Rhymes Realty on YouTube. We'll be right back.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. Five, four, three, two, one. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We help our sellers profit more and sell faster by utilizing our innovation with radio, TV, and internet marketing. Almost a decade now on air, and it's all about helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate listings. When we feature their listings on the air, it's a really unique opportunity. We got 5602 Land O'Lakes Boulevard here in Tampa Bay. This is a commercial asset, commercial property in Land O'Lakes. A great opportunity. It's a nursery on site, but you also have lots of land, 4.6 acres, 5602 Land O'Lakes Boulevard, this property that we have here in Tampa Bay. Great opportunity up in Land O'Lakes area in North Hillsborough County. Also, let's talk about this property at 10222 Meadow Crossing Drive. This is a great opportunity up in the new Tampa area, close to Clory Lake Isles, and it's 3,500 plus square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3-car garage. It's a large corner lot. You got a brand new roof with 40 solar panels on top, security cameras, screen balcony, smart home technology throughout the home. Check out 10222 Meadow Crossing Drive, just around a $500,000 price point for that property. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And giving a shout out to Chad Irrigation. Victor and his team do such a great job. I can tell you from firsthand experience, they are a first-class organization. Chad Irrigation, you can access lake and pond water or, of course, just add irrigation system to your home. Chad Irrigation, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got Thomas King in the house, Florida Firearms Academy. Dave McKinley as well, U.S. Marine, retired. He's operating the VFW in Oldsmar. Post 12186.org. I hope I said that right. VFW Post 12186.org is his site as well.
No post in the website. Just VFW12186.org.
Got it. Perfect. All right, so let's kind of bring this all together, Thomas. You know, there's a lot of laws changing from the new administration. If you're going to carry a firearm, you got to do it legally. You got to do it responsibly, and not shoot yourself in the foot or somebody else in the foot, like you see those stories that come out. And there's a lot of classes too, so it's fun. It can be, you know, it's great. It's an Olympic event too, right?
Right. We also do sport training. We do competition training, and right now for all ladies in the Guardian Goddesses class. That's a progression class. That's all about home defense for the next few months. You're going to learn how to shoot amazingly, but it's all about home defense. Not only that, going over the legalities of it. If you are in a shooting, what do you need to do to protect yourself? Because that's when the fight starts for your life. After the shooting, you have to fight mentally, financially, everything that goes down the line. You're going to have to fight for your life, for your freedom to stay out of jail.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
one thing we do
place.
got going on is our 6 Hour Day, and I wanted to let everyone know about that because that's very exciting to me. We're doing 6 Hour Day. That's on 9/19 of September. It's a 2-hour sale from 10 to 12 o'clock. You're going to be FFA members are going to be able to come into the range. They're going to be able to shoot a bunch of different 6 hours free of charge. The range fee, the targets, the ammo, the firearms. Get to try them all, and then you're going to see the lowest prices that you've ever seen. I can't even post a price because I would get in trouble for that. So That's September 9th. And then a lot of our charity events that we have right now, we're giving away a kayak. We just did a whole free training and firearm shooting and ammo All 100% of the proceeds, and that was for the Chamber of Commerce, went to the Kids Pedal Power. We have a kayak now. You can come in, buy a ticket for $5. You can win this awesome $800 kayak at the store. If you like winning free stuff, go to our Facebook page, Florida Firearms Academy. We always give away a lot of cool firearms and ammo and cool stuff like that.
Yeah, I won one time.
Yeah, you did.
I won a cool
You won
gun.
a really nice one. You won
Yeah.
a 1911. Wow, yeah.
That was a nice one.
Was a Les Bear?
Dan Wesson.
Dan Wesson. There you go.
Yeah, that was a nice
Yeah.
one.
Beautiful gun.
Yes, sir.
He's a lucky guy, man. People probably thought it was rigged.
No, I mean, you did it live on Facebook, though,
right. Well, we give away a lot of cool guns.
'Cause I saw the video.
All you gotta do is sometimes just say hello, and that's how we give away. You don't have to buy anything or anything. But one thing I am scared about is our country, that right now we don't really know what we're really in for. We have an open border. And that's terrifying to me, because terrorists, and the people that I talk to, terrorists are coming across there every day.
Yep.
And you remember, like, these terrorists, just with a box cutter knife, they took down our Pentagon, our World Trade Centers. They know how to survive. They live in caves and stuff. So I really hope that they secure our border for this, because you ever heard of John Allen McCalman? He was the guy, the Beltway sniper. He was sniping people. One guy with his son, I think. He was doing it from his trunk a few years back in 2002, and he closed down an entire city. This one guy. Imagine what hundreds of terrorists could do. And there's no way to stop someone wearing a vest of bombs going and blowing in churches. And that's what's terrifying to me. So we really need to get our security together, get our government together, working together to stop any kind of threats here to protect the people.
Yeah, and that guy actually is in the middle of a. I heard it the other day on one of my podcasts. He's in a kind of a controversial type thing, because I guess they passed some type of a law that will reduce the. Do you remember the insights on this? It would. I think it was after 20 years served, there would be up for parole for people that were committed to a lifelong sentence. But there's some kind of a rule change, so they're saying, should we go back and retroactivate that for people that are already in the system? I don't know.
That's scary as it is.
Yeah. If you kill that many people, it should be no, absolutely not.
You would think if someone took a vote on it, you can go ahead and go do it again.
Yeah, I'm a fan of second chances, but some things are just irredeemable.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's crazy. All right, Dave McKinley, give us your final thoughts. How can people help out? And what are some of the final words of wisdom you might have?
So the whole thing with the VFW and specifically us, we're in District 21, and we reach everywhere from Clearwater, Dunedin, all the way up to Spring Hill and Hernando Beach. We chose Oldsmar because it's so centrally located. It's such a great patriotic city with their memorial that's down there. If you really want to find us, the city's already given us the green light to go down, and they're allowing us to use the Oldsmar City Library there in Tico Hall. We meet formally on the third Thursday of every month.
Cool.
Right, 7
What's the
p.m.
address of that?
It is.
You have it offhand?
Probably in Google.
Google it.
Right.
Third Thursday is the meetings.
That's right. Third Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. That's our formal meetings. If you're interested in it and you want to see what's going on, then come in. If you want to try and join, the document that we need, and any service member that's out there would know, it is the DD-214, right?
Here's
and
your
that's going to
address,
help
400
us.
St. Pete Drive.
Yeah, there you
East
go.
Oldsmar.
There it is.
Right there in Oldsmar. Awesome. Well, that's good stuff, man. I tell you, people love, to support the military. It's just seems to be something that can still bring us together, in a way, in a sense where it's, patriotic, especially in times of crisis, right? It's like, it's when times of crisis, we kind of we think about the traditional, values that we have. But I'm with you too, Thomas. We got to secure that border. It's ridiculous what's going on. We bring on John Long from the United States Institute Against Human Trafficking, and some of the stories that he tells us, it's unbelievable. But we got to leave it at that, fellas. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, Thomas.
Thank you, Dave, for your high respect for what you do, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in, Dave. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got Patrick Morades in studio, Axis Group LLC, and he's a business consultant. He's going to talk to you about PEO, Professional Employer Organization, some of the functions they have, and other things happening in the community. Plus, our feel-good story of the day coming up as well. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, Consumer Quarterback Show page on Facebook, and please check out our YouTube channel. We're very close to being monetized on YouTube. We just need a little bit more help. Go to youtube.com/Brandon Rhymes Realty and subscribe. That would do a tremendous favor for us, and we greatly appreciate that. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. We are looking for real estate investors. We've got a new relationship bringing us a tremendous amount of off-market real estate investment opportunities. So text the word investor to our hotline, 813-750-0550. Off-market real estate investment opportunities. Text investor to 813-750-0550. Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, looking for real estate investors. Send us a text. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for Cleaning Commandos here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Cleaning Commandos are hiring, and they're offering competitive wages, flexible hours, relaxed atmosphere, and a sign-on bonus. Reach out if you'd like a career with the Cleaning Commandos here in Tampa Bay. Info at cleaningcommandosllc.com or call 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550. Cleaning Commandos, Consumer Quarterback Show.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Got a couple of hot listings we'd like to tell you about here. In Tampa Bay, we got 5603 East Longboat Boulevard. This is a vacant lot available for sale right in the Bayport area of Tampa Bay, close to the airport, great proximity to schools and wonderful shopping as well. Gated community, over a quarter-acre lot. Build your forever home right here in Tampa Bay, located close to Tampa International Airport, Raymond James Stadium, and, of course, the malls here in Tampa Bay. Community boat docks are available. So I actually used to live in this community. You have a big freshwater lake there with bay access, so you can pull your boats out and cruise over to what's we got over there, Bahama Breeze. Got that Whiskey Joe's place, lots of cool stuff right over there. Great opportunity in Tampa Bay. 4125 West Nassau Street, perfect property to have a rental property here, maybe an Airbnb type of situation. You got to check with your local zoning. 4125 West Nassau Street in Tampa, completely renovated, updated, upgraded, the best property supplies used here in Tampa Bay. You can see the beautiful granite in the kitchens and the bathrooms. It's got 1,638 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. Brand new remodeled property close to the West Shore International Malls. Beautiful property, brand new AC, plumbing, electrical, basically a brand new home right here in Tampa Bay. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
And quick shout out to Replenish IV Solutions. If you want to feel energized, hydrated, and replenished, this is a safe and effective way to restore your body's crucial systems with vitamins and nutrients, enable them to perform at optimal conditions, multiple Bay Area locations, or they actually come to you. So they'll come to your home or office, and they've got nurses on staff. They will hook a vitamin infusion drip up into your bloodstream with all the best stuff. Replenish IV Solutions. Say hello to Stephen and Lisa Gunn and let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, we got our friend Patrick Moretti's back in studio. Welcome back.
Hey, what's going on, Brandon?
Hey, man.
Happy
Rocking
to
and
be
rolling.
here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Navigating this crazy real estate market.
It's insane in Tampa, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
You post a property and it's like phone blows up. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Over asking. Everyone's over asking.
A lot of times, yeah. In some situations, you know, the higher price homes a little bit less, but yeah, I mean, you never know.
Do you think it's going to slow down in Tampa at all?
I mean, there may be a slowdown. I just some people get scared about that whole, you know, back in 29, 09, 10, 11, right, where it slowed down really crazy. And no, I don't think we'll see that again just because of the unprecedented movement, man.
Well, you know, with all what's going on in Tampa with the billions of dollars that's being dumped in here, and it being a, you know, top city now for IT.
For tech, I got that story right here.
I don't see it slowing down in Tampa. I think outside of Tampa, some of these other states and cities may see a slowdown with everything that's kind of sitting in reserve that's supposed to go into foreclosure that hasn't, due to the rules that that the government had passed. So it could be interesting to see what happens throughout the rest of the country, but we seem pretty insulated, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's a great place to be, live, work, and play, of course, the traditional migration patterns, plus people moving to Tampa Bay from out of state. Now you got the blue to red state movement. You got the lockdown cities. People are fleeing those places, coming to the free state of Florida. Thank God we've got a great governor here.
I mean, there's even people just buying boat slips to put a boat in to claim residency here, from New York down here and stuff like that.
That's a great idea.
Just trying to get away from the crazy taxes too. I mean, just imagine the savings there alone.
Yeah,
taxes from a state income tax standpoint.
Huge,
nuts.
Cost of goods, cost of everything, right?
Cost of everything's going up.
Yeah, I had a buyer cancel a contract on a lot that I had under contract just because they cited, the cost of increase in materials.
Right. Yeah, it's insane. Gas, lumber, food.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
It is
crazy out there.
It really is. So that's Tampa Bay Real Estate. Tell me what's going on in your world. You work as a professional employer organization. Sometimes I sometimes just say a business consultant.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what we are in the grand scheme of things. Because we often talk about on the show PEO. What does that even mean? Professional employer organization.
Yeah.
That's really not descriptive of the relationship taking place. But just to summarize, a PEO it's a co-employed relationship. So the business owner is that worksite employer, hiring, firing, training, recruiting, managing, disciplining, all those everyday activities that you do as a business owner.
Yep.
And the PEO is going to just take over those administrative burdens. So payroll, HR, compliance, workers' comp, health insurance, things of that nature. They're going to offload that. And administer all those services on your behalf so you can focus in on growing your business.
Yeah, help the business grow. Yeah. Focus on what you're good at, grow that business.
Right.
Bring in more problems for the staff, right?
Right, exactly.
Man, we just got that new account. We got to hire more people. By the way, what's your I know you keep your ear to the ground on that kind of thing too. How's it looking in the hiring and firing world?
Yeah, so, PEO is not the, it's not a one size fits all. It's not the best solution for everybody. And we try to, be transparent about that and point people in the right direction when it is the right solution, when it isn't. The biggest thing that we're hearing from existing clients is just recruiting problems.
Yeah.
They can't find people to work. They can't find people willing to work. That's been the biggest obstacle. But what we've also seen is a large influx of startup companies. A lot of new companies are trying to get going, and then that's a great opportunity for a PEO, because a lot of traditional insurance carriers don't want to take the risk on someone with no background, no experience, no history.
Right.
And a PEO will. And then the benefit to a new, smaller employer is the PEO wraps their arms around them. So they give them the payroll, the workers' comp, the health, the HR. So you kind of go into business looking like a Fortune 500 company, as opposed to, trying to plug and play and fill gaps and fill holes.
Yeah.
So you can just focus in on building your team, building your core, and driving revenue, driving that top line.
I could see that, because basically when you're when you're brand new starting out, you don't have those relationships in place. You don't have the clout, in a sense. So in a sense, you're bringing almost, and it may not be the exact descriptive term I'm looking for, but economies of scale. I mean,
that's perfect. Yeah,
you're bringing in that type of to a smaller business, and then that allows them to get advantages and cost structure as well.
Sure, 100%. You're leveraging economies of scale, because most PEOs have anywhere from 10,000 on the low end to 100,000 worksite employees. So you're using that buying power as a startup company that may have 1 or 5 employees, so you get the benefit of the the larger scale of buying power of the PEO.
We're talking with Patrick Morades here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Access Group LLC, accessgroupll.com, LLC.com.
Yep.
So I was, kind of thinking about from a perspective of it was a decision I made too about 3 or 4 years ago to switch to Keller Williams Realty. So kind of similar mindset, the economies of scale, training, education, support. We just had a mega camp, they call it, every year or so, where Gary Keller, the leader of the company, he rolled out Keller Mortgage and some other programs. But this year, what I thought was genius is he rolled out a real estate school.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Let's integrate it one more step down. You got a real estate school now. It's free.
It's a feeder system.
It's a feeder system.
Right.
People can get their continuing education. I think he offers it as free.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah. And one of the things that, I skipped over is the technology piece.
Right.
So, you get 7-figure technology, a true HRIS system, which is a human resource information system. So, there's full transparency for your employees. They can see their PTO, they can see their check stubs, they can see all their policies, procedures, handbooks that'll be provided to you by the PEO. So it really does give you that.
Right.
It's a great analogy from your movement to Keller Williams, because
Right.
it sounds like the type of support and infrastructure that you were
Exactly.
looking for.
Yeah,
And
technology,
that's
education.
and that's what the PEO provides.
Support referral groups across the country.
Right.
If we have, people buying in North Carolina, okay, great. I got somebody for you. I think you're from the Carolina state, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Patrick Morady's here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. But can you tell us any success stories, or even a story that went wrong, like somebody that you ended up taking, and help them through a situation? Because I know that these real life stories help resonate it to our audience.
Sure. We see that all the time, especially in the construction space. In order to get your GC license, you have to get general liability and workers' comp, and that's been a huge obstacle. So this gentleman that went through, got all his licensing, was able to get general liability, but he needed to show workers' comp in order to have his license released. And then based on the relationships he already had in place with friends and things of that nature, he had jobs lined up. Well, they can't award him the job to get to work, to put people on the job site, until he shows proof of insurance coverage of workers' comp.
Sure.
So it's one of those situations where double-edged sword. He got all his licensing, but he didn't have the insurance. And so we were able to come in and provide him, that certificate of insurance for workers' comp with a PEO, so that he was awarded that job. And now he's off and running, where, he thought he was going to start out 2 people. He's already got a crew of 20.
Wow.
So it's that's a beautiful thing to see, for sure.
Yeah, that's strong. That definitely shows how the relationship can help you, in a lot of different ways. And in your local business here, local economies being supported by supporting you.
Yeah, we're local here to Tampa. We have clients all over the country. We were hit pretty hard by the pandemic, because we had a lot of clients in California and New York. So that was a hard time for us, not only from an economic standpoint, but just from the relationship standpoint. When you've been working with people for 5 years, 10 years, and to have them crying on the phone about losing their livelihood and their business at no fault of their own. That was a tough time for us, for sure.
California, New York, man, they're losing population by the millions. They're they're doing all the wrong policies. They're going against the science, and they're just I'm excited to see. Hopefully, Larry Elder will take it out there, man.
That'll be interesting on this recall election. That'll be very interesting to see what transpires. When does that finish?
Fellow Salem radio show host. He's on like 400 networks nationwide. He's been doing it for 30 years. He's seen it firsthand what's going on, specifically with the African American community. But yeah, I love that guy, man. He's right on point. Whenever you hear him talk, it's just like, wow, that makes so much sense. School choice, why not? Some of these schools have
he's
2%.
Polished. He has good ideas. And did you see him call out the LA Times?
Yeah, they called him a white supremacist. Here's a black guy that they're calling a white supremacist. It's just crazy.
White supremacist and blackface. I mean, it's just
that's
like, how could you get away with that? Like,
I know.
That's insane.
It really is.
Yeah,
it's
insane.
It's to that point. It's to that point. But give us your final thoughts. So we're talking with Patrick Morady's here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, accessgroupllc.com, and he can help you in your business, and maybe not for you, but maybe somebody you refer to him. But he can help you. Reach out to our hotline. We'll put you in contact with him, 813-750-0550. Call or text. That's an off-air line, 813-750-0550. Patrick, got about a minute left for your final thought.
Okay, final thought. 2 quick things. If you're employed by someone and you've got a side hustle going, and you're starting to build that up from a revenue standpoint to where you're about ready to break off, that's a good time to consider PEO, to get the necessary compliance, payroll, HR in place if you're going to branch off and start hiring people. So that's a good opportunity. Or if you're looking for a side hustle, we can pay residual commissions for the life of the client. So if you know a business owner or know someone that's starting a business, we'd be happy to talk to them, see if we can help them out or point them in the right direction. And if they become a client, we'll be happy to compensate for the lifetime of the relationship.
Cool. I like that. Side hustling. Our insurance partner, Doug Levi, has side hustling for insurances.
Oh, perfect.
So kind of cool.
Yeah.
They can get insurance, they get their licensing done, and then boom, now they've got a system in place. So yeah, side hustle. I think more and more people are looking for that. Got the part-time situation going on.
I think a lot of people are looking for other ways to bring in residual income to the household.
That's right. Secondary, whatever it is. All right, good stuff. Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate always being here. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, man. Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. Dave McKinley as well, former Marine on the program earlier. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another and be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time. Have a blessed evening.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.